As I'm shooting this video, the first quarter of 2020 is past, and it's been a crazy year. The year's been completely different than any of us expected, with COVID-19, with the economy being shut down, with health concerns across the country. But it's really important to take stock, right? We're in the final part of the year. There's only 3 months left: October, November, December. Smart, innovative entrepreneurs, digital marketing agency owners look at their year in quarters, and just like in a football game, you pause, you reflect, you make shifts, you make pivots. But if you don't stop to say, okay, how did we do last quarter, and hold ourselves accountable, and then think about what are we going to do different going into the next quarter, inevitably, you're not going to get where you're looking to go. So what I want to do is I want this to be your call to pause just for a minute and look back at last quarter. Look back at the last 3 months. Ideally, you set some goals for yourself. Ideally, you set some targets. Ideally, you put an action plan in place that said, here's the things we're going to get done that are going to move us to the accomplishment of that target. And this doesn't need to be a lengthy exercise. I'm just talking about spend the next 10 minutes. Look at your goal sheet, wherever you have it written down, and ask, like, what was the target and did I get there, right? There's something extremely powerful about pausing and reflecting. John Lamona says, not even close. Life was halted, had a new baby, but we're moving forward. And that happens sometimes, right? Sometimes we set targets and we set too ambitious targets, or the world gets in the way, right? If you think about Mike Tyson's famous quote, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. Here's the deal. If that was your situation, that's fine, right? Just acknowledge it, accept it, and now it's time to think about Q4, right? Okay, we didn't hit that goal. Well, let's set a new goal, maybe a little bit more realistic. Let's set some specific action plans to get there. There's power in setting a goal and failing, but there's no power in not setting a goal and just kind of letting life pass you by. And so, really, I think one of the most powerful muscles you can develop in your business is the ability to set a target, do the work, and accomplish the goal. But the only way you develop that muscle is if you set targets and you hold yourself accountable and you check in. So, Josh, the fact that you set a target and you missed it and you've personally acknowledged it, this is why I didn't get there. It is what it is. Now I'm going to set a Q4 target. You've strengthened that muscle, the ability to create, the ability to manifest that which you intend to accomplish. So thanks for chiming in chat here and kind of letting me know what you were dealing with within your business. Now, spend a couple minutes. Did you hit your target? Did you not? Right? If you didn't, that's cool, right? That's cool. Like I said, you can learn from that. But spend a couple minutes to kind of think about why. Right? Was it because you didn't take the action? Was it because you set too ambitious of a goal? Was it some other thing that caused that to be the reality of the situation for you? If you did hit it, really what I want to make sure you do is that you acknowledge that, right? If you've got a team that was involved in helping you hit that target, people that helped you serve the clients, people that helped you, do the outreach, people that helped you get the appointments, be sure to acknowledge that with your team, right? There's nothing more frustrating for you as the entrepreneur and for the team that works for you than to have a target, work extremely hard to get there, and then hit it, and then it just kind of gets passed by. Like, okay, nothing happened, it is what it is. Right? So make sure you take a second to reach out to the team. Let them know you appreciate their effort. Let them know that you realize that the target was actually hit, and then do something to celebrate it. Right? I really believe that you get more of what you celebrate. So the quarter's done. You had a goal. If you hit that target, do something to celebrate it. It doesn't have to be big. Go out and have a dinner. Go out to a nice lunch. Buy something special. Right? Do something to commemorate the accomplishment. Right? And even if you hit a target and you didn't quite, you set a target and you didn't quite get there, you can still celebrate the momentum, right? The fact that you took some effort and you made that happen. So that's the first piece. Take a couple minutes. Take stock of last quarter. You had a target. Did you get there or did you not? The next thing I want you to do is just spend a couple of minutes getting clear on how you're going to close the year. 3 months left in 2020. Economy's coming back online. Stock market is up. Businesses are getting back to work. I believe there's unprecedented opportunity in the next 3 months that we haven't experienced over the last year, over the last couple of years. And so if you can get yourself in tune, right, and you can really amp the energy, amp the focus, amp the output, you can end this year extremely strong. So what I want you to do is pause for a minute. This can be as formal as putting this onto a sales retention tracking sheet, which I highly recommend all of us do, or it could be as informal as setting up a little Google Doc or a little Evernote form file and say, okay, here's where I'm at right now in my agency. I have a certain number of clients. So I've got 29 clients, and we're doing $70,000 in monthly recurring revenue, right? This is where I'm at as of the end of Q3, the beginning of Q4. What's the target? Where will we be in this business by the end of the year, right? Set a target, break it into months. There's only 3 of them, right? October, how many clients will you land? How many will you churn? How many do you anticipate? November, how many will you land? How many will you churn? December, how many will you land? How many will you churn? Where does that put you by the end of the year? How much in recurring revenue on a monthly basis? Simple thing, but with powerful ramifications. If you can get that clear in your mind, you can get it onto a doc. Ideally, you can put it up in your office somewhere where it's visible to you. You can put it up in your bathroom on the mirror where you have to see it. There's something powerful that happens in 2 quarters in the year. The first quarter and the last quarter. The first quarter, it's a new year. You're excited. You're thinking about where you're going to go for the course of the year, and you can have some massive energy behind it coming out of the first quarter. Same thing happens in the fourth quarter because there's a light at the end of the tunnel, right? You can see the end of the year. You can see the end of 2020. And knowing that, you can put more energy, you can be more effective, and you can have a much better outcome. So be sure that you're laser clear, you're laser focused. Here's where we're going to end the year, right? And then spend a little bit of time mapping out what are the key things you need to do this quarter that are going to make that a reality, right? Maybe you need to do some webinars and put out some content. Maybe you need to hire a couple of appointment setters or a marketing assistant that can help you be more assertive with your outreach and get more appointments on the calendar. Maybe you want to finish your book, right, and get it published and get it out so that you can set up a free plus shipping funnel in order to get prospects into your world. Maybe you need to dial in your Facebook ads and your targeting so that you can start to get opt-ins and appointments scheduled on a more consistent basis. Maybe it's more around you need to be concentrated on how you're going to serve your clients better and get them a better result. Maybe you need to think about hiring an account manager so that you can step out of dealing with the day-to-day communication with the client and focus on doing what you need to do to move the business forward, right? Lots of things you can do, but it's different for every one of us based on where we're at and where we're looking to go over the next 3 months. So, 7-figure agency members, make sure you've taken stock of last quarter, that you're clear on where you're going to go by the end of this year, that you've updated your sales retention tracking sheet. Don't worry about what happened the last 3 quarters. What's going to happen the next 3 months? How many clients, how much recurring revenue, and then come up with at least 3 to 5 key projects that you know you're going to get done, that you're going to hold yourself accountable to. So that's it for now. Take a minute, celebrate quarter 1, celebrate your progress, take stock of what happened, get laser focused on what's going to happen in the next 3 months, and let's finish 2020 stronger than we started it. Let's finish 2020 with a bang. So let me know how I can help you. Let me know how I can serve you. If you have any questions on this process, if you want to share publicly what it is that you're going to accomplish, we're here to serve you. We're here to support you. We're here to make sure that you win and that we end this year extremely strong. I'll talk to you soon.